another artist talk. Now, coming up next week is a very special week because while we have talked to a lot of visual artists and we've even talked to some performing artists, next week we are going to be celebrating the literary arts. So my guest today, while she is a visual artist, was also the editor, and more so than the editor, the producer, in effect, of this book, Marco Made by Hands, which celebrates 50 years of the Marco Island Center for the Arts, formerly known as the Art League of Marco Island. My friend, Kat Rinaldo. Hi, Kat.
Hi, Isla. How are you?
I'm good. Thank you so much for joining us here today. And I see you have lots of books behind you.
I do. All my babies behind me.
Now, Kat, I know when we first reopened in June, you did a book signing here for us at the Marco Island Center for the Arts, but obviously things were a little unsettled at the time. Not that they're fully
settled.
The
first day you opened, right? Reopened, or the second?
Yeah, I think it was June 4th. But now, we again, as we get closer to the holidays and as our 50th year comes to a close, we've asked Kat to come back to the Marco Island Center for the Arts and do another book talk and book signing about this beautiful book. Now, this event is going to be next Tuesday, November 17th at 5:30 here at the Marco Island Center for the Arts. And as you know, your health, safety, and well-being is of paramount importance to us. So we do ask that everybody wear their masks when they come in the building, observe social distancing, and you do need to make a reservation for the event because we limit the number of people who can attend for your safety. So please give us a call, 239-394-4221, to make your reservation for Kat Rinaldo's book talk and book signing about the book Marco Made by Hands, which is celebrating 50 years of Marco Island Center for the Arts. Now, Kat, what can we expect at this book signing?
Well, we had fun at the last one, and we started with the story of the Marco journey. So we're going to continue that. One of the things I realized that we just kind of glossed over inadvertently was the front cover. And as Hylas pointed out, it is Marco Made by Hands, and it is celebrating 50 years of art on Marco Island at Marco Island Center for the Arts. And what is on the cover is a collage that a wonderful artist, Marjorie Pasek, helped me with and really created. I took a lot of the shots and kind of fed them to her, and she rearranged everything and worked it. But there are hands and palettes and instruments and clay and almost every conceivable art that you can think of, and that happens to flow through the center, has been incorporated into it. Some of the people that were instrumental, so it's really a special cover. And so we'll talk a little bit more about that on Tuesday too. Hopefully Marjorie will even be with us. And we can, talk to her a bit about it. So that, and then I want to I feel that Marco Island Center for the Arts is just a gem. 50 years on Marco Island is something incredible. I've been around since the 70s, but it really took me until 2010 to make my way to the Arts Center, and I took my first painting course, actually with Joanne Sanborn, and took a few after that with her as well. But I met someone painting in the park who changed my life and brought me into the fold at the Arts Center. And so all of this has evolved since then. The book specifically was a pet project of Rosemary Vick. And so I have said she kind of cornered me, and this was her dream and wanted it to happen for the 50th. And my first thought was to say no. It's a big project. She went the other way. But with Rosemary, we all know we don't say no. So I thought, I'll try. I'll get the information, we'll put it together, and we'll see how far this goes. Well, it went pretty far, because this is an 11-inch square coffee table art book, and it's full color inside with glossy pages and varnishes and vellum, and it's just become one of my favorites. And I don't say that loosely. I have a lot of favorite art books, but I just love paging through it, and I even see something new every time I do it. Part of the journey was going through 40 plus scrapbooks that people kept at the art center. And I was a little skeptical when Hyla said we had these, because I hadn't seen them, I hadn't gone through them. So I started pulling them out, and Hyla was kind enough to put them into her office, so we would keep going through volume by volume by volume.
And they're still in my office, Kat. They may live there forever now.
Well, it's a good place for them, because it really is a treasure trove, just like the art center is. And it's great to have that history that you can go back, because Marco Island, as we know it, is really pretty young. And it is about that 50, 60 years when the Mackel brothers came to Marco Island from Miami, and they were lured into creating this like utopia, I call it. And so they had a plan. They were a man with a plan, and they had a vision. And luckily for us, art was part of that vision. So they actually had the land at 1010 Winterberry, and we have a great picture in here of them actually giving the deed to the people there so that they could begin their building process. And they still are located at 1010 Winterberry. And the building's changed a little bit over the years and added on to it. Yes, yeah, it just keeps growing and growing, and which is fantastic. And then coupled with that, there was a woman who, Helen Tadio, she came to the island, a short story. I'll get into more on Tuesday probably, because I love the story. But she and her husband and their 3 young sons took a sailboat from Connecticut and came to Marco Island. And her passion was art, so she was bound and determined that she was going to bring art to Marco Island, and she certainly did. She was on the first board of directors, and there was a gentleman named Charlie Wetzel that was actually the first president, but Helen worked very closely with him. So it was fun following their history. Throughout this, I got to talk to Charlie Wetzel's granddaughter in Texas and learned just so much. Everywhere I turned, there was more information. Hyla and I went to see Charlie Horn, which is another name that I'm sure will come up on Tuesday. He's a very dear friend of Hyla, and I became enchanted my first meeting with him. He's in his 90s, but he's been an artist, he's been a fundraiser, he's been a confidant, he's been a president, past president of the Art Center. So there are people like that I will say we've in and we've out, but there are some long-termers too that have really been so beneficial to helping the Art Center be what it is today. And Hyla's no exception to that too. She's been here for quite a few years now.
Almost 7. Almost 7.
Yeah, and that's the longest, isn't it?
I am the longest serving executive director. There was an administrator who served for a very long time and did wonderful things here, but yes, I have now surpassed the previous longest serving executive director. So
I thought so, and all of them are in the book. They have their pages and their story, so you can really find the history. What I love, my husband actually pointed this out, is that it's a great historical reference. It's got all the art in it. It's got the people, it's got volunteers, it has artists and art supporters. So it's just a again, a treasure trove of information in this book. And you can follow what we've built, what we've been able to build here on the island. And I would be remiss if I didn't tell you or remind you, I sure you don't need me to tell or remind, but that the holidays are coming up. And this is like the perfect gift, and it's going to be my gift, so don't tell anybody. To buy multiple copies for your friends and family, because everyone that I have sold it to, and there have been quite a few, are so enchanted with it. Even people that have never come to Marco Island, and I think some of them will now because of it, but they were just mesmerized by the whole story and people involved with things. So I encourage you to pick up a copy, breeze through it, and see what it is all about, really, quite honestly.
And Kat,
I want to say I'm sorry.
No, I was going to say, I just wanted to point out, if you are interested, obviously we sell this book in our gift gallery, but if you don't happen to be on Marco right now and you want some for the holidays, or you want one for the holidays, you can go to our website, www.marcoislandart.org, and you can order one online. And I believe, Kat, there are even a few that you've already signed. I mean, I know.
Yep.
I know on
I
Tuesday.
can pre-sign more, or custom. If you want to call in and say you wanted to read something, I'm just down the street. And if I'm not there, I can certainly get there and be happy to do whatever would make your Christmas or your friend's Christmas just that much more special. So.
Well, I would reiterate what Kat said. This is an extraordinary book, and I say it not just because the Marco Island Center for the Arts is so near and dear to my heart, but it is in and of itself a work of art. And Kat put her heart and soul and countless hours, I would also venture to say blood, sweat, and tears, into creating something that not only told the history, but captured the beauty and the talent that we have in terms of artists here on Marco Island. So come on into the Art Center, 1010 Winterberry Drive. You can take a look at one of the copies that we have here, but we have lots if you want to pick one up for yourself or for somebody you love for the holidays. Now, Kat, I just want to get back to something quickly, because I know when you did our book signing before in June, we had a couple of special guests who knew things about the history of the Art Center. I believe it was Paul Arsenault and Phyllis Pransky, besides hopefully Marjorie Pesic, who is the cover artist. Can we expect any special guests next Tuesday?
We sure can. I'm very excited about this, because as Isla said, we're really rich with so many fabulous artists here on the island, and that are part of the Art Center and become a part of our lives. So the one that will be joining me on Tuesday is Tara O'Neill. And this is Tara in one of her Bodies in Motion's latest work. And Tara's really special because she too wears a lot of hats. On Marco and through the Art Center, she teaches, she paints, she's a Jill of all trades. She's got energy like you can't believe. And I believe she came to Marco, I know she came to Marco when she was young, but her parents gave her a membership to the Art Center, I think for her 16th birthday. She was kind of hoping for a sports car, and her parents saw art in her, and I think it was a good decision, good combination. I don't know, Tara with a sports car, we'll have to think about that. But anyway, and she knew Helen Tadio very intimately. She lived down the street from her, and she'll be telling some Helen stories that I just love, because I never got a chance to meet Helen. So that's my closest link.
Oh, well, you know, Kat, as I said, I got to witness firsthand a lot of the work that went into this. As you said, all of those scrapbooks now live in my office. All of the photos and the design in putting it together, it is truly a marvel and something extraordinary. My last question to you is, who or what, and it may be more than just one, was really an influence on you? I know you mentioned Rosemary Wick, who was one of my best friends and mentors here on Marco. Who else potentially was a real influence in driving you to create this and to see the project through?
Well, first and foremost, yes, Rosemary Wick. Very special, and she had a vision, and I was trying to incorporate that, which I think we managed to do through everything. I have to say that LaVon Johnson was my confidant, going which direction should we go and kind of guiding me in good direction. Gail Fisher, too, was a cheerleader behind it all and really knew the people from the past, well, I won't say 50 years, but probably 25 years. So that was very helpful. And then Joanne Sanborn kept me going, and Tara O'Neill. She came many times to my balcony and fed me more stories about this and about that, that I would go to your scrapbooks and check out to see where this plays into the puzzle of this piece. So, and I would be remiss if I didn't say how to frame, because she said, go with it. She said, keep going with it. I said, please tell me this, that. She said, nope. She said, this is your story. This is your project. And she kind of, I think, kept a watchful eye on Don and I when we were in the conference room going, who's this and where do they fit into this puzzle? But we had great conversations, and she really did allow me to be me, which is so important when you're an artist, because that's not always the case. So I thank you for that and the opportunity for that, for the book, to be here today, to be there on Tuesday, and hopefully a lot of you people seeing this will also be with us on Tuesday. But call and make that reservation.
Absolutely.
Limited, and last time people were disappointed.
Absolutely.
And I don't want anybody to be disappointed. So let's try to get those reservations in and those seats full. I wish I could bribe you with vodka and nibbles, but we can't do that in the social distancing anymore either. So we have to rely on our passions, really, and these gems. And I want to leave you with one thing I saw today that made me think that this is what we're all about. And I want to quote it correctly. It's as simple as, our hearts are in the art. And that's exactly what it is. Our hearts are here. Our hearts went into the book. We want your hearts to come in and fall in love with this book and fall in love with the Art Center, to get involved with the wonderful classes and wonderful opportunities and music, etc. Everything. These are hard times for everybody. But art makes it a little bit easier, if not a lot easier. And gives us something to really create and build involved in us.
Thank you, Kat. I really appreciate that. And you're absolutely right. Here at the Art Center, where once you cross our door, you become part of our art family, and we are always striving to be your art home. We are keeping the doors open and staying busy right now. We are offering classes both online and on site. So check out our website or stop by for one of our catalogs. Next week, we were supposed to premiere our first musical interludes concert outside, socially distanced, for your safety and comfort. Was supposed to be on November 5th, and unfortunately we had a huge downpour. So the rain date is next Thursday, which is November 19th. We do still have a few tickets available, so you can go on the website or give us a call and purchase tickets. It is Patchouli and Terra Guitarra. They are just remarkably talented, and we are so excited to be able to present them here at the Marco Island Center for the Arts. Right now in our gallery through November 20th, the exhibition is Here and There. It is the work of 5 Cuban-born artists. It is powerful. It is something that you will find engaging, will make you think. These are artists who, while they're probably at the midpoint of their career, we have every reason to believe that they will be seen in galleries and museums and will be collected, and we feel very fortunate to have played a small role in their career path. Again, also in our Rush Gallery right now, we have the work of students from our Young Artist Academy. These are students in middle and high school who will have been with us for 8 weeks, taking classes in painting and drawing, as well as sculpture, and their work is being judged this upcoming weekend. So stop by and see what these incredibly talented young people have created. And last but not least, in our La Petite Gallery is the work of Deb Crine, who does pet portraiture as well as wildlife drawings, and they are extraordinary. I commissioned Deb and had a picture done of my beloved Nova, the evil cat. Last but not least, I encourage you to go online and check out our applications for our Festival of Trees. We need designers to bring in trees. Trees have to be 3 feet or under, and we are looking to you to come and dazzle us. It is a fundraiser for the Art Center, but when the tree sells in a silent auction, you get half the proceeds too. So, Kat, I want to thank you again for joining us today. We are thrilled that you were here with us, and I can't wait till Tuesday night. I'm looking forward to it, and I know that it will be a special treat for all of you out there. So, please come join us, and we will see you next week for our literary week when our artists, we will actually be doing 3 artist talks during the week. The first will be on Tuesday with author Michael McGee and his new book, Branches and Roots. On Wednesday, we will be talking with actress and voiceover artist Beckett Royce, who has done book narration for the last 20 plus years, narrating over 30 books to see what it's like when you become the voice of a book. And last but not least, on Thursday, Hope Dayoff will be with us, and she will be doing a book signing for her book on Saturday, November 21st, outside at the Art Center from 9 to 12. That's all for today. We look forward to seeing you. I look forward to seeing you, Kat. And again, have a wonderful day. Bye-bye, everybody.
Thanks. Take care, everybody. See you Tuesday.